Let's talk a bit about Forex trading. It is such an important topic. A lot of people like to, learn about Forex trading because they've heard that a lot of the Maseratis and Bugattis that are purchased during this new fresh time period is either from the group that we will not mention and Forex traders. So let's talk a little bit about Forex trading. In 2017, I had the personal pleasure of starting my Forex journey. I went ahead, read a lot of things, downloaded some Forex broker apps, and it was an interesting time. I went ahead, and at that same time, so I was doing some transcription work. So the money that I got from transcription was what I planned to use in my very romantic Forex journey. And what I started with at that time was something they call paper trading. So it's not actual money. The Forex broker gives you a demo account, then you can now test it. And sincerely, these things have spirit. So when you are testing with the trading signals and all of those things, everything will definitely go fine, right? Until it is now time to actually use your own hard-earned money. And then there is a spirit that will come upon you that if you are not careful, your story will end up like mine. But before we go to the end of my story, here are 4 things that I wish I knew before I started trading Forex with my personal money. Now, the first thing is that they say you can lose all your money, but they don't contextualize it. So you would think that it is only the money that you put inside that you can lose. It's not true. It's not true. Because remember I spoke about a spirit. If you put in $100, you trade, you lose everything. There's something in you that will tell you, but if you had done this trade like this and this one like this, you can even make that 100 naira and double it. The 100 naira that is also inside your bank account, you will go and bring it and come. So when they say you can lose all your money, it's not only the money that is inside the app that they are talking about. They are talking about literally all your money that you have access to. So if I had known that before now, I don't think I would have started, right? The second thing about Forex trading that I wish I also knew was that, when it comes to leveraging, there's something that they call leveraging, right? So if you have 100 naira, you can actually trade with 1,000 naira or 10,000 naira. If I had known that the positive side of leveraging, so now you have access to 10,000 naira that you don't have, you can make profits on, 10,000, let's say it's a 1 to 10 leverage, right? The 9 naira that you're making profits on, if you make profits, you also make loss with it if you make loss, right? So what that means is that you can wipe out your total whatever that you brought and even owe if you are not careful, depending on the kind of Forex broker that you have. So you can actually owe in the process if you don't use leverage properly, right? The third thing that I actually wish I knew was that, for some of these Forex brokers, it's a non-losing game, right? So these people are brokers, is what they are. If you make a trade, that's how they make money. Now, whether you win the trade or you lose the trade is not their business, to be very honest with you. That's not how they make their money. If you win the trade and you keep coming back, fantastic, they make more money. If you lose the trade and you keep coming back so that you can eventually win, fantastic, they make more money. So at the end of the day, what happens is Forex brokers, they are winning regardless. They will do webinar, they will do all those things, they will show you instruments on their site. I even used to think to myself that time that if you people have so many of these indicators, so many of these instruments, why are you people not using it? Why are you people making me to come and use it, right? So what's your game? If there's nobody that knows how to make massive money that shares it with everybody, I don't think so personally, right? Or not to the detail that is required, So how brokers earn is their commissions per trade that is made. If I had known at the beginning that, this is where people are getting their money from, perhaps that young me, might have been a little careful. And the last thing would be that there's a particular mindset that you need to be in. I've spoken a lot about the spirit of Forex trading. That spirit is no joke. There's a certain level of discipline that you need to exercise. If you don't exercise that level of discipline, you'll get emotional with your trades and it will just be an emotional time going forward. You would think that you can double something where you've drawn out a plan that, okay, this is what happens when this happens. In the heat of the moment, you take another direction and you lose money, right? Now, this is not to say that millionaires or successful Forex traders do not exist. There are people who have been able to master themselves to such a level where if they've set their stop loss or their take profits, that is exactly what they do. They don't deviate from their plans. They are disciplined enough. They are not greedy. If they've 2x or 3x on a transaction, they pull out. They don't wait for whatever is possible. For those people that have gotten that level of discipline, thank God for you. It's a fantastic time to be alive. For other people who are normal investors, casual investors, don't go into Forex thinking that in another 2 weeks or another 3 weeks you will buy Bugatti, because you use your eye to see what you don't like. The second part of it will be, don't give your money to somebody that trades Forex and expect that in another 2 weeks you will buy Bugatti, because the more likely outcome is that that person is not so much different from you, and they will lose your money and their money in the process. So if you are a Forex trader, let's find out what are your own personal experiences. These are my personal experiences. By the way, to end the story, I lost everything. I lost all the money I had. It was a sorrowful time, but I learned a lesson. If you are a Forex trader, that is, you are an active day trader, tell us some of the pitfalls that normal human beings like the rest of us can actually adopt to make sure that we make the kind of profits you're seeing. If you've had a bad experience with Forex trading, you can let us know. I hope you did not borrow money to go and trade Forex and then you lost it, but let's know, what your experience was like. I personally, I always classify Forex trading as a high risk instrument in all our portfolio summaries. I always say Forex trading is a high risk instrument, and that and all the other high risk instruments should not take more than 10% of your portfolio, so that if you lose it, you can still breathe well, you can still eat, you can still buy bread, etc. So this is what I have for Forex trading, and it's a fantastic time to say, make sure that your investments are mindful, make sure that you understand what it is that you're doing as much as possible before you start. I hope this helps.